I have Kral's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by aetheryte. Oh, good. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time we do not have. Kral was of the same mind, and has already secured the aid of the good folk of the Confluence. We'll take ourselves there. The Confluence, thou sayest? I'm afraid so, my friend. Thou would recall the hunt for Iceheart, unto whose sanctuary we delivered thee owing to the knowledge of our comrade Moonbreda. Moonbreda was an authority on etherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Oh no, are we going to see her parents? Both are authorities in their own right, and both are researchers at the Confluence. Oh no. Haven't you gone to see them yet? I attempted to do so earlier, but to my shame, my courage failed me at the last. As it hath many times, I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Neither time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus I have kept my silence. Carry on, Jay. Whether you come with us or no is your choice and yours alone. If it is too difficult, we'll manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the Confluence, and I shall face that which hath long been overdue. If it's settled, then let's be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kite. Man, you really haven't just given some kind words to Moonbreda's parents, Ryonjay? I think Moonbreda's parents would have really appreciated hearing from you. Well now, this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge. We're associates of Kral of the Students of Baldessian. We seek passage to Thavnair and understand that you can assist us. Ah, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. Test subjects? Oh, you hadn't heard? Well then, allow me to explain. So in order to travel to an aetheryte, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can't use it as a beacon to seek out while you're a mess of ether hurtling along the life stream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of aetheryte teleportation. But what if I were to tell you that there's a way to travel to an aetheryte without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been. For long years we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it. We've created a new kind of aetheryte that doesn't require attunement. Truly, that changes everything. Well, my language may have been a bit misleading. The user need not attune to those aetherites, but those aetherites themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the 2 points. But it just so happens that our first test pair of aetherites, one has been installed here in Charlian, and the other over in Yelmad, a port town in Thavnair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Radzat Hun, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of their alchemists. So to sum it up, we're to test these aetherites. How fortuitous for you. I shall mention that an accident has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might see these aetherites were made for people like your good self. The magics imbued will whisk you away without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things. But do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have an unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they fear helplessly in the live stream, in the statistically unlikely event that something goes awry. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Master Kral truly knows how to pick 'em. If I might change the subject, are Master Wolfson and Mistress Blueweeda not present today? Oh, you didn't hear? They've recently resigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the Forum itself, as I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Well, that's troubling. Any other questions? No? Then let's get going before you change your minds. Please see to your preparations and head outside to the Aetheryte Plaza. I'll be along shortly. Well, that is really convenient. I shall teleport the tried and trusted way. Good luck! Okay, thanks, Justinian.
We're all set. Just the 4 of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh. I would have preferred more test subjects. Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please. Right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether.
Well, here we go.
Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Thanks.
What?
Stinian's just like, oh, glad that ain't me. Emmett, tell me about Thavnair.
Thavnair, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay for a time. Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance? Against such an insidious foe.
Oh my god. Well, sucks to be these guys. Welcome to Thavnair.
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
God, it's still so weird to have a Stinian travel with us. And now he's taking care of me.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions.
This is just a good picture right here.
Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Oh no! Oh no! Be brave, young Mana Scarlet. You must stop a Stinian. Let me attune to this etherite. I see a Stinian. Estinian, I have to stop you. Oh, I'm not gonna reach him in time. Oh no. You there, I need 3 drinks. Something that helps with ether sickness. By the Moonsaya, a traveler. Greetings. Greetings and welcome. You are wise, good sir, to come to me. My special amralasi, made with only the finest and freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly bellies. By way of a warm welcome to Thavnair, I am pleased to offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 gil. For not 1, not 2, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. The price is high road robbery, and you want to say as much to a Stinian, but you realize any words of warning you cry out will be accompanied by your last meal. You must stand before a Stinian and use gestures, deny that the deal is fair. Estinian, look at me. Look at me. Estinian? Estinian, don't do it. I thought you could barely stand. What do you need to tell me that's so urgent? Wait, I shouldn't buy the lassie? The merchant is swindling me? Wah! Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,890 gil for 3 bottles of lassie. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well then, your coin. Here, a bottle for each of you. Take them to the others and get some rest. Oh my god. I'll be back after I've explored the town. Bunny boy. Bunny boys! There's 2 of them. Am I still sick? Yup. Oh my god. This is so fucking funny. Right, I'm ready to get on with it. The lassie truly worked wonders. Back on your feet, I see. Thy hair. Oh, he tied it. Aye, I've bound it. 'Tis the most I could do against the heat, short of shedding my armor. What a shock, he got a ponytail. Riange is dumbfounded by this. May I ask where you got the cord for it? A local vendor. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. The man said it was a Thavnairian weave, tough and not easily unraveled. And how much did it cost? 9,400 gil. A steal, I was told. 'Tis nothing fancy, but I've always valued function over form. That's incredible. I dare say not even Alphino could hold a candle to you. Oh my god. I expected the Azure Dragon to put up more of a fight. On that subject, I shall refrain from making comment, yet I cannot help but observe that the merchants seem overzealous in their pursuit of profit. Claiming Thavnair as its dominion, the nation of Ratzathan hath long thrived as a hub of commerce. In the beginning, there were the Arkasodora, a Matenga tribe indigenous to this island. Over time, they came to be joined by other races, and through their intermingling, a culture rich and distinct did emerge. From alchemy to textiles, the products of Hanish culture have come to be celebrated and coveted the world over, a development only aided by the nation's prime location as a waypoint betwixt east and west. All of this hath combined to make a trading power of Ratzathan, yet such a status cannot be taken for granted. Nay, it must be maintained through judicious government and stringent regulation. Neither of which I see any evidence, given that merchants at a gateway town are free to fleece hapless travelers and tarnish the reputation of the nation at large. Just so, that opportunistic pricing is rampant doth suggest that oversight is much weakened, or perhaps the people may have fallen upon hard times. Whatever the truth may be, 'twould be prudent to ascertain the current state of affairs. Prudent and practical, aye. We've not to lose by learning more. So, ere we seek out Krell's acquaintance, shall we see what information we can gather here in Yedlimad? It is truly so amusing to see my hair bound. 'Tis how I used to wear it, a functional fashion. Perhaps you were confused by how you found me following Nidhogg's demise. It had fallen loose after the Shurugans removed me from my armor and put me to bed. I simply decided to leave it that way for a time, seeing as I would not don the Azure Dragon's helm again. Oh, I see, Estinian, I see. You prefer ponytails, do you, lad? Understandable. Have a nice day. Right, let us split up and make inquiries in town. Mana, the pier is yours. Once we have learned what we can, we regroup by the Aetheryte, off-putting though the mere sight of it may be. Oh my god. What am I doing? Oh, recording my sales. Still do it daily out of habit, though I don't know why I bother. Hardly sell anything these days. Business has never been this terrible, but I suppose things could be even worse. I could have a consortium to keep afloat, like Kalzal. I don't envy his position, but I'd be alone with my little operation, I've come to realize. You're a traveler by the looks of you. If you have a moment, perhaps you could pay Kalzal a visit. He'd be glad for tidings from abroad. Like as not, you'll find him at Saltwind Sails, the harbor guild building across the water from here. Well now, if it isn't a traveler, you're a rare sight in these unsettled times. People have been giving us a wide berth since that accursed tower suddenly appeared on Naranair. If it just stood there and loomed ominously, perhaps things would be fine after a fashion, but no. It had to spawn fell fiends as well. We still have our lives, thanks to the Radiant Host, but business is as good as dead. What will become of us? Only the gods know. Okay. So that tower is creating fiends. That's not good. The Dalmaskins aren't coming, but we already have everything they ordered. What are we supposed to do with it? I don't know, but yelling at me isn't going to help. All I know is that their plans have changed, and that's that. Look, you must have known this might happen. The Empire is at war with itself, and the provinces are in chaos. And then there's a tower sitting on our doorstep, spitting out monstrosities. The city has its defenses, but we've been afforded no protection out here. We can't blame foreigners for not wanting to take the risk. God, but this will be an enormous loss. All right. Forget about the Dalmaskins. Surely some ships are still coming. We have fresh produce, handicrafts, medicine, all the perennial Hanish favorites. Our consortium works closely with merchants and artisans to supply only the finest wares. Quality is guaranteed. I know all these things, Kalzal, I do. Which is why I regret to say I have nothing for you. All voyages have been cancelled or indefinitely postponed. And you are? Wait, you're a foreigner, are you not? A merchant? Please tell me you're a merchant. I see, that's a shame. I'm sorry, but we're discussing important matters. If you need something, please talk to one of the others. Excuse me. My name is Matsuya, and I'm here to see Kalzal. Oh, it seems he's busy. I'll come back later then. Yes, can I help you? Oh, I remember seeing you back in the guild. You want to speak with Kalzal too, did you? I'm Matsuya, a fisherman of Akyalai, a nearby village. I sell my catch to Kalzal, who offers it to foreign merchants, but he hasn't bought anything for a while now. When I heard that the consortium had been struggling, I became worried and decided to come and see him. Just as soon as he's free anyway. He's a hard-working man, and I dare not disturb him. If I may ask, what is it that you do? An adventurer, you say? And you travel the world helping people? Then that must mean you're great at dealing with strangers. Please, won't you teach me to be like you? You see, I bought some fresh fish with me, the portion I couldn't preserve, and I want to sell them. The problem is I'm terrible with people. I've only ever dealt with Kalzal, and I can't talk to customers without getting my trunk in a twist. So please, as silly as it might sound, will you not peddle the fish in my stead, and show me how it's done? Okay. If you're willing, please let me know, and we can begin at once. The events to follow cannot be skipped. Huh? You may wish to cancel any pending duty finder registrations. What? Right, please try peddling my fish to, shall we say, 3 people here in Yedlimad. I will observe you and learn. Matsuya is now accompanying you. Bring him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Okay. Okay. Matsuya, welcome to the team. Maruna. Sir, I have a fish for you. You failed to make a sale! Oh no! And never mind, it never goes well the first time. I'm sure you'll feel better with the next customer! Oh my god! I bet you, and call it a hunch, I bet you I'm gonna fail all the sales. Oh man! Aw, damn. So thank you so much for showing me how to talk to customers. Though you didn't manage to sell any fish in the end, but the way you fearlessly approach strangers gave me much courage. When I peddle my wares, I'll remember your example and endeavor to be fearless too. Still, there's only so much I can do alone. I hope that things will return to normal for Kalzal soon. I thought I heard a familiar voice, but who should it be but Matsuya? Hi, Kalzal. Kalzal, have you finished business at the guild? So you were there too. Forgive me, try as I might, I can't find any buyers. With no ships coming in and hardly any going out, there simply aren't any options at this rate. So, you can't buy my fish anymore. I'm sorry, Matsuya, I truly am, but for now you must peddle your own goods. But by myself, I can't. I want to help you, I do, but as it stands, I can barely help myself. I've poured my all into the consortium, and I'll be damned if I let it fall apart. I have friends and families depending on me, and I won't fail them. The sisters is my witness. Kalzal. Not to worry. Using what I've learned from you, I'm sure I'll manage somehow. Well, I had best return to my village. My thanks again, and please take care on the road. I've seen you've been busy, Mana. Managed to learn a tidbit or two, I trust. Oh, Estinian. You've spawned. I hope you didn't have missable dialogue. I see. We also heard that the tower is affecting many locals' livelihoods, but to think that it would be to such an extent. For another notable, if not wholly unexpected discovery, disappearances and kidnappings are disturbingly commonplace. As before, the culprits are almost certainly tempered Imperial soldiers. And as before, they mean to use faith of their hapless thralls to call forth a lunar primal. Business as usual for the Telephoroi. That Matse fellow you were helping, he's Arca Sodara, is he not? Apparently it is almost exclusively his people that are being kidnapped. Should he be traveling alone? If summoning it is this perpetrator's aim, it doth stand to reason that Arca Sodara would be their primary targets. For 'tis the faith of their ancestors which prevaileth in this land, and many are devout adherents still. We'd better go after him. Achiali lies to the west, as I recall, the same direction as Kryl's acquaintance, incidentally. Oh, perfect. It's settled then. Keep your eyes peeled while we make for the village. Where did they go? Why are you here? I see you found him in time. You and your friends came to look for me? I don't know how to thank you. On my way home, I took a moment to stop and rest, think about what to do about, well, everything. And then those men came. Kidnappers. We'd heard that the Arcasadora were being targeted. Surely you have as well. Perhaps it's best that you took refuge in the city. We've considerate, me and the others, but fishing is all we know, the ocean all we have. I see. That's your decision to make, but you should take care not to travel alone. A question, if I may. 'Tis our understanding that strange fiends have emerged from the tower. What canst thou tell us of these beings? Not much, I'm afraid. I have no idea what they are. But I've heard that some bear an unsettling resemblance to our divinities. For that reason, some have taken to calling the tower Zot. House of Divinities in the old tongue, it means. But they're not true divinities, they're monstrous imitations that bring only death. To have one's faith so twisted is a grievous indignity, and full justified art thou in thine outrage. Know that 'tis for no other purpose but to neutralize the tower that we have journeyed to this land. In time, we may be forced to contend with these false gods, and thus we would learn all we may about them. Wilt thou not tell us of thy divinities and their true nature? You have come all this way to save us, really? To think I had you peddling fish. But to answer your question, yes, of course. We would gladly tell you about our gods. We, I say, because I'm a terrible storyteller, and I'd ask my fellow villagers to do it. So please, come to our village. We're good, God-fearing folk, all of us, and we'd be honored to share our knowledge, and fish. You wish to know about our gods? What a curious visitor you are. Most want fish. In any case, I'm happy to oblige. Now, I don't know how it is whence you hail, but our isle is home to many gods. They can be divided into two groups. The Munusya, beings of wisdom, who assume the form of men, and the Murga, beings of might, who assume the form of beasts. Together they are divinities, their forms and personalities many and varied. Some are kind and gentle, others stern and temperamental, just like we mortals can be. All are possessed of great insight and experience, and by heeding their teachings we strive to be better people and live better lives. Interested in learning about our gods, you say? That's what I like to hear. Prick up your ears then and listen. In ancient times, the Mansuya and the Mriga, deities who look like men and beasts respectively, were locked in conflict. Eventually, seeking the wisdom of the Mensia, the Murga cast aside their own heads and took up those of their foes. Likewise, the Mensia coveted the might of the Murga, and so they too resolved to trade heads. Thus were born new gods possessed of both might and wisdom, and they ushered in an age of harmony between two factions. From then on, as a sign of their esteem for one another, the Mensia have worn animal faces, and the Murga the limbs of men. Huh. Apologies for the wait. I wish to show you this hanging scroll which depicts 3 of our most revered deities. By all means, we should like to see it. They are Mansuya. You heard about them already, yes? 3 sisters. The center one is the eldest, Sindurva, a goddess of wisdom. For this, alchemists hold her in the highest. To her right is the middle sister, Sendaruva, as a goddess of wealth. She counts many traders among her followers. And on the left is Mindaruva, the youngest sibling. She presides over the crafts and is so beloved by the weavers. Although each is worshipped for different reasons, the sisters are usually portrayed together in these works, which people keep in their homes for good fortune. In the like fashion to the Mansuya, the deities of Eorzea preside over myriad aspects of life. And what of the Murga, if I may ask? The Murga hold the power over nature. In ages past, they were revered as guardian deities in times of conflict. If you have any occasion to visit our temples and ruins, you'll find their images there. Among them is a god who possesses a Gaja's head, and he is venerated as the progenitor of Arkasadara. And then there are dragons. They occupy a special place in our history. You worship dragons too? Oh, Estinian's excited now. It's said that an ancestor of the satrap, that's the ruler of Ratzithan, forged a covenant with a dragon divinity in ancient times. This divinity has since acted as the guardian deity of the satrap. Legend holds that if ever the satrap is in need, the dragon ally will fly to his aid. Dragon ally. You claim to be a terrible storyteller, but nothing could be further from the truth. The passion you bear for your faith is plain to hear. I am confident that the information you've given us will serve us well in our efforts to deal with the tower. That's very kind of you to say. Thank you. I will pray for your success. Right, I believe it's time we sought out Krau's acquaintance, an alchemist by the name of Nidhana. According to Krau's notes, we're to find her at a place called the Great Work, further north along the coast. Okay. Did you say you're going to see Nidhana? Oh, how I envy you. She's brilliant and beautiful, kind and understanding. And did I say she's beautiful? I could stare at her dainty ears and adorable trunk all day. And those eyes. When you meet her, take care you don't drown in them. What in the world? In such matter did we find them? What could have befallen these people? If there was a battle, there's a conspicuous lack of blood. Have they been poisoned? Oh. Uh-oh.
What happened here?
Their dress marks them as alchemists. I see no evidence of injury or poison.
Thinkest thou they but slumber?
I believe so. Whether it is by choice is another question entirely.
Oh, we have guests. You must excuse the poor welcome. Long days and longer nights have taken their toll, as you can see.
Is this? Is this?
I am Vashan, servant to the satrap. My task was, in fact, to wake these good men and women, if you will allow.
Okay, he's short. I was gonna say, is that like a middling height?
People of the great work, I come bearing new scales.
I thought he was like a mid-height aura boy, and I was like, aura boy new height unlocked? New aura boy height just dropped, but no, he's small. He's a small aura.
Scales? We have new scales?
Yes, my friends. Gather round. I have them right here.
Oh, happy day. Now I can continue my experiment.
Many thanks.
One for me.
He's cute. The little aura.
Those are dragon scales.
Oh, Estinian's into this.
Yes, such materials are vital to their most pressing research.
And we are fortunate to have them. Our experiments are so close to bearing fruit. Soon we will have a talisman capable of nullifying the etheric emissions from that accursed tower. Did I say something wrong? Are you not here with Varshan? Wait, who are you people? Of course! You're the one Kryl sent. The warrior of light we've been waiting for.
Oh, this is a day of celebration. Praise be to Cinderova!
The winds have shifted. I feel it. The end to our toil is near.
I feel it too. My head hasn't been this clear in days.
Tell me, how did you acquire those scales?
Curious that it concerns you so. But worry not. They were freely given by the dragon with whom our satrap has forged a lawful pact.
That is well.
You must be quite familiar with Dragon King, yes?
You can say that.
Is this their congealed blood I see on your weapon?
Oh.
Speaking of dragon blood, you yourself have been infused with it, have you not?
Oh, uh-oh.
I should like to draw a file or two, if so.
Oh.
Now, see here. Come along, come along. I must insist that you visit our laboratory.
Cease your shoving, or so help me.
Oh, God. Oh, boy.
Oh dear, your poor companion. What with the new scales and your timely arrival, my colleagues are a little giddy with excitement.
Oh, man.
No harm will come to him, I promise. Meanwhile, shall we find a quiet place to talk? As you may have guessed, I am Nidana, the alchemist who sent the request to your Mistress Kryl. We have workshops across the nation collaborating on this research project. But it is here, at the Great Work, where I collate our results. Come with me, all of you, and I can explain the crux of the situation.
I don't remember if we've seen a young Rain boy. Like, all the young Aura boys I see, or the ones that I can bring to mind, are like Zayla. So, I don't know if that... I'm sure there's probably like a young Rain boy that I'm just forgetting, but I wonder if that boy has like a custom horn color. Because I noticed that. He has like green horns. So if he does have a custom horn color, that probably means he's really important. Tis said that shellfish is ideal for those who have suffered blood loss. Mayhap we should have acquired some from Matsya. I don't know if they really should be taking Estinian's blood. Oh, for the days when I enjoyed such fervent adoration, but on this occasion I'm glad to entrust the burden of popularity to Estinian. Oh, poor Estinian. He hates it. Allow me to thank you for answering our call. Many towers have appeared around the world, and we are grateful that you would assist us with ours. The Krell herself is tied up with another investigation. Mana is eminently capable substitute, and we will spare you no effort to aid you. So, if I understand correctly, you seek to make talismans that can nullify etheric emissions. Indeed we do. As you know, the tower emits vast concentrations of ether. One cannot go anywhere near it without being tempered. As such, we can only study the tower from afar, and are powerless to deal with it in any consequential way. In order to strike back, the satrap bade us alchemists create enchanted talismans. Talismans that will allow our soldiers to venture into the tower, even should they lack in its protection. Could such a thing be possible? Admittedly, we are still in the midst of testing, but we are quite confident. Even prior to this, our people have long pursued countermeasures against the etheric corruption of primals. Of the methods tested to date, those utilizing dragon scales proved the most promising. Owing to their etheric destiny, the scales are highly resistant to disruptive forces. The mightier the dragon, the greater the resistance. We seek to amplify this protective property through our alchemy. Thanks to the skills provided by His Excellency, we have been able to make steady progress with the talisman. Soon we will be ready to conduct a field test, and here is where you and your blessing of light come in. Better than having my blood drawn, I suppose. Aha, perhaps so. And knowing my colleagues, they won't be satisfied with blood alone. What does that mean? But as for your task, we ask only that you serve as an escort. I will explain in greater detail later, but you will be venturing into the tower's field of influence. And so, for your own safety, I would first test how well your blessing shields you. With your permission, of course. In that case, Urianger and I will find other ways to make ourselves useful. Seeing as you all work to the point of collapse, I suspect you could do with more hands. We would be grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you are ready, then let us put your blessing to the proof. Oops, I'm in Charlian again. I went and took a nap, and when I came to log back in, there were 2,000 people in queue, and it took me an hour and a half to get into the game, so I'm very eager to keep playing. Oh, is it snowing? That's nice. Just like a nice gentle snow. So, a moment of honesty, and I know it's very, very early to be making any judgments, but I don't know how I feel about this expansion yet. I know it's really too early to judge, because I haven't even done the first dungeon yet. I don't know how I feel about Endwalker so far. It feels strange. But I mean, feels like it's taking a really long time to build up. And I know I'm still in the introduction phase, because I haven't done the dungeon yet. But it feels like I've been in the introduction phase forever, and I still don't have the dungeon, you know? It's been really funny so far, lots of really funny moments. But it feels really long, and I'm a little worried. Like, I know Endwalker is supposed to be longer than all the other expansions, but I'm a little worried that it's just gonna be... it's just gonna be too long, you know? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't know how I feel about this start. But hopefully I will feel better after I've actually done a dungeon. I do know I can certainly say that at this point in Shadowbringers, I was all in. So this point in Endwalker, I'm kind of, I don't know. But I don't expect them to show their hand this early in Endwalker, so that's to be expected. I give you the fruit of our sweat, tears, and many sleepless nights, the drunken Deepa. A Deepa is a lantern presented to the gods as an offering. Taking inspiration from the tradition, we created this device to test the talisman's efficiency. Upon activation, it will move a certain distance before emitting a powerful blast of ether. In lieu of corruption, those lacking sufficient protection will experience severe ether sickness. For your test, you will be exposed 4 times. That should be enough to ascertain your blessing's protective capability. Please begin whenever you're ready. I shall observe from a safe distance. Aw, man. Just get me sick again, why don't ya? Commencing etheric exposure testing. Repeat, commencing etheric exposure testing. Retreat to a safe distance if you are not the subject. Follow the Drunken Deepa's lead and try not to fall behind. Oh. Oh. Make way, everybody. We're conducting an experiment over here. Don't be too close. You are struck by a powerful blast of ether, but suffer no ill effects. Subject has no irrepressible urge to empty their stomach. Confirmed. Resuming test. Please follow. Oh, someone crafting over here. You go. Ah, you've returned and not on your knees, a promising sign. But come, let me take the Deepa off your hands. Take them. Thank you. I shall replenish its ether for when we test the talisman. So, no dizziness, no nausea, or anything of the sort? You feeling perfectly fine? Then the strength of your blessing is beyond doubt. There is no risk that the tower will corrupt your ether. With this, we can request your aid for the task ahead with easy hearts. Yay! I'm gonna hit 82 before I get the dungeon. I don't think I'm gonna hit any level locks. I think I over-prepared. You are a capable warrior too, are you not? Would you be amenable to assisting me with another errand? You see, our talisman requires the use of a special ink, but we have exhausted our stores of a key ingredient for it. Spirit weed. The herb grows not far from here, and I would like to go and harvest some. With the recent spate of kidnappings, however, we Arcasadora travel alone at our peril. Will you not come with me as my escort? I would compensate you for your troubles, of course. You got it, ma'am. I guess it kind of sounds like, oh my god, that's a lot of Imperials. Ma'am, I have a feeling you're about to be attacked. I may simply be imagining it, but I feel as though we're being followed, you think? Look out, Mana! There we go. Ma'am, you're safe now. Gods, but that gave me a fright. To think that the moment I ventured outside, the safety of my work, Thank the sisters I asked you to come with me. You're all right, I hope. Good, good. Let's continue on then. It isn't far now. Just through these pillars and up the rise. And here we are. Kajaya's footsteps. Kajaya was a great dancer, and those who followed in her, well, you know, they come to this place to train and dedicate their dance to their ancestors. A happy benefit of this is the spirit weed grows here in abundance. I was set about harvesting at once, if you'd be so good as to stand guard. The kidnappers aren't like to return soon, but better safe than sorry. Man, look at this guy. This guy's really cool. I like him.
Yes, that would be Radz at Han. Hardly anyone has been allowed in or out since our troubles with the tower began.
Oh, really?
The faithful citizens huddle inside the city walls, and commerce has all but ground to a standstill. I pity the satrap, the trials he must be facing. Well, he is the most important person in Radzat-Han. Long ago, this island was home to two tribes of Matanga, the Gajasura and the Arkasodra. When the Aura came to these shores, it was the Arkasodra with whom they joined forces. Together they defeated the war like Gajasura, forcing them to flee Thavnair altogether.
Okay.
Peace and prosperity reigned for a time, until a clan of Hjord from the mainland decided they wanted the island for themselves. It was a direct ancestor of the present satrap who arbitrated that conflict and welded the warring factions into the nation we know today. And ever since, a member of that esteemed lineage has inherited this somewhat unique position. You see, by and large, the state is run by the people. But when problems arise, it is the satrap who mediates a solution. The stability provided by the satrap is what has allowed Radzat-Han to thrive all these years.
But has he locked the
And
city?
it was the satrap himself who entrusted us with this duty. We will not fail him, nor our countrymen.
I'm a little worried about this guy.
What is the delay with the vessel? I told you I need to adjust those ratios.
Have you guys released Justinian yet? Uh-oh. This guy.
I come all this way to admire one of my splendid towers, and what do I find? Fools attempting to ward off its tempering influence with magic trinkets. I seem to recall a similar experiment in ages past. What was that man's name? Oh, something. Owen?
Owen. Owen from the Allegan Empire.
Another body, another time.
Huh?
Who could be expected to remember every trivial detail?
Huh? Wait.
Allowing them to construct such handy talismans would be counterproductive to my plan.
Is that your real voice, Van Daniel? I like it. I kind of like it.
And yet, I find myself deathly curious. How will they manage this feat with the limited knowledge and resources at their disposal? Complications be damned, for we cannot escape the nature of our souls. And I, as ever, am my own worst enemy.
Were you Owen? From the Allegan Empire? Huh. What is he talking about? What is going on with Daniel? What did he mean by this? Ma'am? Ma'am, I'm scared. Okay, so that must have been Fandaniel's real voice. I think he was implying he was Owen from the Allegan Empire. Ooh. let me down. Let me down. I want to go down there. Let me in. I definitely need to hear Fan Daniel's real voice more. I don't know what I was expecting. It doesn't sound as crazy as Asahi's voice, so I don't know. A rank. Look at this guy. Look at this lad. Wow. Get a load of this guy. Ooh, there's Monkey down there. Monkey. Man, I'm getting so many weird vibes right now. Just from like everything. I just feel so weird. Mana, my thanks again for your assistance. With your help, we're a little bit closer to completing our talisman. This isn't much, but please accept it as a token of my gratitude. If you will excuse me, I shall return to my work on the talisman. Ah, you are both back. Excellent. Hello. I have a message for you, Mistress Nidana. It would seem the stores of Giant Skull are running low. What? But when I last looked, there was still plenty. I suspect that was before Urianger told everyone about their tempering cure, and Astinian shared his knowledge of dragons. Your peers have since been inspired to fashion a number of new talisman prototypes. I see. Well, if it leads to new possibilities, then far be it from me to complain, but we will need to replenish our stores. I should be happy to tend to this if you'd like. As much as I appreciate the offer, my dear boy, I can't in good conscience send you out there alone while kidnappers are at large. I will escort the boy. Vana, loath I am to press another task on you so soon, might I ask you to fetch this giant skull, or I will get the thing. In case you're not familiar, giant skull is a type of ore found on the island. Owing to its hardness and ethereal conductivity, it has applications in many disciples, alchemy not least of all. The quarry where it is found is named Giant Skull Grounds, isn't far away, so it shouldn't take too much of your time. May we impose on you once more? Okay. Thank you. Upon arriving at the grounds, please seek out a man named Zenuha. He will furnish you with the ore. Okay. At the very least, permit me to accompany you. It so happens I have an errand of my own that will take me to an outpost nearby. May we borrow a pair of hamsa, Mistress Nidana? By all means, do try to be patient with them. Those that survived are still in training. I will bring the hamsa to the entrance. Meet me there when you are ready. Okay. That's definitely a custom horn color, like 100%. This is an important character. Here are our hamsa, Mana. If the creatures look familiar, it is because they are close kin with your Eorzean dodos. Hamsa have long been kept as livestock in Thavnair, and many a hatchery may be found here. Alas, the target of these was recently raised by the largest of these was recently raised by monsters from the tower. On account of said hatchery being situated near the tower, the Radiant Host repurposed the remnants as an outpost. That's where my errand takes me, and your own destination is but a stone's throw away. If you have no objections, let us make for the outpost. We set forth at your word. Oh, I'm not ready to escort you yet. I have to do a ether current. Thank you. This is the most important looking Aura child I have seen in my life. Look at him. He's a little handsome guy. Let's go, little handsome guy. You are ready? Then let us depart. You only need to ride and relax. My bird and I will take the lead for yours to follow. Let us be off. If you haven't ridden dodos before, be warned that they have a wobbling gait. Oh, I've ridden a dodo before. Pardon me. Don't mind me. Just coming through. And here we are. Manned at the Radiant Host, this outpost is our first line of defense against the tower. Well, who should it be but young Barshan? On an errand for the satrap? I am. His Excellency bade me come to collect your report. He also wished to express his heartfelt gratitude to the brave men and women of the Radiant Host for their unflagging dedication. We simply do our duty, but we are honored to receive His Excellency's regard. And yet, for his boundless benevolence, his treatment of one so young could be regarded as callous. Though we have enjoyed relative peace and calm these past few days, this remains the front line of battle, no place for children. Your predecessor too often traveled alone. It's been what, 2 years now since you took over? I wonder how the fellow is faring. Like those before him, he went on to represent the satrap in foreign lands. Wherever he may be now, I am certain he is well. As for myself, I assure you that all I do of my own volition, and gladly. I pray you do not think ill of His Excellency. Certainly not, lad. Whatever happens, my faith in the satrap is unwavering, but still, I worry for you. We would be overcome with sadness if something were to befall you, for you are as a little brother to us all. Take care, do you hear? I will, Nabdin. Thank you. And who might this be? Not Hanish by the look of her. Permit me to introduce Mana Scarlet of the Eorzean contingent, come to assist in the making of the talisman. From Eorzea, you say? Towers have appeared over there too, yes? Tell me, what is the situation like? May I suggest that you exchange information with our soldiers? Both parties would stand to learn something of value, I believe. An excellent idea. Given the unprecedented nature of the threat, some of ours are understandably anxious. We would be glad for any tidings you can share. You too. Bring Varshan the latest report, and answer any questions he may have. Now that I'm looking at him, and now that I think about it, I don't know if Aura come with that skin tone. So, that makes me think this model is super custom made. So this is a super important NPC. This child right here. Ugh. Like, I don't think Aura have this skin tone as an option, do they? I'm not really sure though. Those are definitely custom colored horns. Maybe a custom skin tone, but I'm not positive. But this boy is a very custom-made NPC. Absolutely, he's super important. I don't know why yet, but he's definitely important. It occurs to me I have yet to properly introduce our company. We are the Radiant Host, a military order under the Satrap's command. Our duty is to preserve peace in the land, be it patrolling the streets or dealing with heretofore unknown threats, such as now. We train hard and admit only capable warriors to our ranks. Even so, we've struggled to contend with the fiends from the tower. Though we succeeded in striking them down on the 2 occasions, they came in force and had to pay a heavy price. What of the towers in Eorzea? Do they likewise spawn monsters? So it is much the same everywhere. With every nation struggling, we cannot expect calls from outside aid to be answered. You wish to know about the tower? To be honest, we know little and less about it ourselves. This Tower of Zot, as folk have taken to calling it, suddenly appeared where it did, on the Isle of Thavnair. We are safe from its influence at this distance, but go too far into the water, and you'll expose yourself to its corrupting ether. You're a foreigner, aren't you? How are you dealing with the tower in your homeland? Our struggles are not unique. Then our hopes still lie with the talismans. We must keep the monsters contained until they're ready. Ah, I've heard about you, the visitor from Eorzea. Is there anything you can tell us about the Telephoroi? We know that they're the ones behind the tower and that they've declared war on the whole world. But why are they doing this? What is it that they want? This we don't understand. What? They want to die and take everyone with them? What madness is this? Well, you can bet we won't let those bastards have their way. We'll fight them with everything we have, like our Eorzean and Far Eastern brothers. Finished speaking with the soldiers, have you? I hope it was as enlightening for you as it was for them. As a neutral nation and trading hub, Both, Radzatan ordinarily receives a steady stream of news from abroad. Alas, this stream dried up when the trading vessels stopped coming. Amidst the dearth of information, everyone will have been grateful for your account. But come, you had best see to your original errand, as mine will keep me here a while longer. However, I'm afraid I cannot guide you the rest of the way. Worry not, the path is straightforward. You need but follow the road east. Upon the Hamsa, you will arrive before you know it. Brief though it was, I enjoyed our time together, till we meet again. What are you gonna do in this story? You are important. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do, important Aura child? These are some fun-looking armadillos. Are they like plants? Plant armadillos? Oh, that's a B rank. Sorry, sir, just passing by. Aye, this is indeed the Giant Skull grounds, and I am Zinhuna. Is there something you require? Giant Skull for the alchemists, you say? But of course, they shall have it. They labor tirelessly to deal with the tower, and 'tis the least we can do to provide them with the materials they need. Thank you, sir. Triple triad! Triple triad, triple triad, triple triad, triple triad. Play me, play me, play me. Welcome back, Mana. Dare I hope you have the Giant Skull? Oh my, such fine specimens. Thank you so much for bringing these. We now have everything we need to make our next prototype. One that should be capable of passing our most rigorous tests. When it's ready, it will be time for the true test, so please take your ease while you can. Will this be a cute cutscene? Relax with my friends?
I see our taskmasters have allowed you a moment's respite as well.
Hi, Thancred. Oh, everybody's here.
You have to hand it to these alchemists. They are determined to see this endeavor of theirs succeed. I've never been one for blind optimism, but I sincerely get the sense they're close to a breakthrough.
They had better be, or all this effort was for naught.
The peoples of Eorzea, of the Far East, of Thavnair, children of this star united in common cause against a dire threat.
Every time the audio like lags like that, that's my controller disconnecting, so that's something I have to do. It's a fun problem I have.
Yet ere they succumbed to suicidal madness, were not the Telophoroi born of her body as were we? They who cling to life and the promise of the morrow's dawn, against they who desire death and an ending of their own orchestration. The victors of this war alone will hold the right to answer the question of existence, of its meaning, and its worth.
Poetic and ominous to a fault. That said, if it's an existential debate in nature, then our arguments might not be as persuasive as you'd think. Fandaniel wants to die and take everyone with him in an orgy of pain and suffering. An utterly vile and unforgivable idea.
Thancred, don't say that word.
And yet, when spat upon by fate and wailing in the deepest pit of despair, who among us can say they have not entertained similar thoughts? There are nights black as pitch, bereft of hope, and no words of comfort can reach you. And it's all you can do to grit your teeth and choke back the bile.
The more you see and suffer life's injustices, the more difficult they become to bear. vengeance is nurtured in similar soil. Though your anger has a broader focus, the sentiment is much the same. A fervent desire to destroy others, to see them drown in torment, as you have.
That about sums it up. The will to endure is not always as strong as the urge to burn it all down and salt the earth. Survival be damned. It's a struggle, often close and brutal.
Indeed. Well, I, for one, shall pray survival proveth more appealing in the end.
As will I. Besides, our chances are much improved when we've the company of others committed to the cause of life. Our vengeful dragoon here is proof of that.
It's still so weird to see them interacting with Estinian. Oh, it's Fandaniel. He's right there. You guys gonna follow me?
What is it? What did you see?
I literally saw Fandaniel. He's here.
Fandaniel? Are you sure? If he knows we've been working on a countermeasure.
It holds. The vessel holds! This is the one!
At long last! Look! We have finally created a talisman strong enough to withstand our experiments! We've named it a warding scale for the time being. With this in your possession, your soul should be completely shielded from corruptive ether.
Afforded such protection, any one of us may approach the towers without fear. Thou hast mine admiration. 'Tis an invention of historical significance.
I thank you for your kind words. But I would prefer you keep them unsaid until we test the talisman's efficacy in the field. It is for the next stage of our plan that we summoned you in the first place, to accompany me to the Tower of Zot. Should the scale prove effective, as I very much hope it will, then you'll have little to do. But should the effect be weaker than anticipated, I must ask that you restrain me, or knock me senseless. Either way, we are fortunate to have you with us.
Nidana, are you certain you wish to do this?
If others are to trust our creations, then we must have faith in them first. And as the senior researcher, it falls to me to lead by example.
She'll be okay. She'll be okay because the next dungeon, the very first dungeon, is the Tower of Zot. And that means we need a way to get everyone else safely into the Tower of Zot. So she'll be okay. The talisman will work.
But should I fail to return, then learn what you can from this attempt and apply it to the next. Our work must continue. Is that clear?
We'll keep an eye on the place while you're away. Assuming Fandaniel is lurking about, there's no telling what mischief he has in mind for us, or you. Be on your guard.
Shall we be on our way? I'll have one of the soldiers at the hatchery prepare us a boat, and we can set out from the northern shore. I'll see you there.
I already forgot what Fandaniel's real voice sounds like. I still bring Asahi's voice into my mind's eye. She's gonna be fine from the tower, but Fandaniel's gonna do something. This is a rather finer boat than I had expected, but I won't complain. All that remains is to board and be on our way. Oh, and if I should become corrupted, do not stay your hand. Of course, I pray it does not come to that, but you must protect yourself. Other alchemists can fulfill my role, but you and your blessing are one of a kind, and perhaps our only hope for toppling this tower. For all our sakes, do not hesitate to do what must be done, whatever that may be. You're making me nervous! Well, the longer I draw this out, the more nervous I become. Let's be off. Head to the Tower of Zot with Nidana, yes. You're nervous. I'm nervous.
We should soon cross the threshold of the tower's influence. Any moment now. It's working! And you are still yourself? Then I'd like to see how it fares closer to the tower if we could.
This could be used against primals too, right? Like, we can bring the scions in to fight primals with us. Like real primals, not lunar primals.
So far, so good. The scale's protection appears to be holding. If we can just make it to the tower's entrance.
Van Daniel's gonna like
few more
show
steps.
up, take her talisman, and then she's gonna be like, "Glory to Garlemald." That's what's gonna happen. Is she okay?
Praise be to the sisters, we made it! And the scale has proven itself to be everything we hoped it would be.
She's not gonna be okay.
Now we can focus on production. Once we've equipped and returned with an entire survey team, this menace will soon give up its secrets.
Van Daniel's gonna show up and just knock it out of her hand? Huh? Uh-oh. Oh no. 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 Oh my god. No! Oh, that was too close. Oh man. It's too late. We've lost her. Not in the way we expected, but we lost her. Ugh.
Oh, let me go! Oh, let me go! Oh!
Oh, do calm down. You'll only hurt yourself thrashing about like that.
Stop! Oh, you can't do this! Please!
A little late for heroics, I'm afraid. The similarities are striking. My! Such hostility! Never before has my artistry so displeased. My patrons of old would have positively squealed in delight, though, between you and me, I find gushing praise exhausting. Allow me to tell you a story. Surely you've yet to hear the one about Van Daniel, the sundered Ascian. I inherited the position and the soul of the Van Daniel who sat on the convocation in the time of the final days, theoretically speaking. Practically speaking, that fact is of no consequence. I was born and lived as, well, me. Eventually, I was recruited into the Ascians and imbued with the former Fandaniel's knowledge and memories, but I never felt that they were truly a part of who I am. How to explain? Perhaps if I told you who I was before my Ascian embrace, although that chapter too is a past I've long since discarded.
Oh, Owen? Win?
I have it on good authority you've poked your nose into an Allegan ruin or two. Yes?
He's Owen?
Then I expect you've heard of me. The old me.
Really? Owen? Wow.
Amon!
Excuse me? Excuse me, sir, what? What? Amon.
Imagine a nation of unbridled prosperity. Every need met, day after day of unbroken, unshakable peace. Existence fulfilled and ripe for decay.
You are a genius without peer, Amon. However do you conceive of such delightful experiments? That fool was beside himself with panic when he awoke with the head of a bull. Even his cries for help emerged as so much guttural lowing. Oh, the memory of it. My poor sides. My friends and I were so consumed by laughter we struggled to breathe.
No more than entertainment for bored wastrels ignorant of its worth. My all-consuming work. But it was not their only indulgence. For they were ever hungry for stimulation, slaves to the slightest hint that amusement was afoot. Our nation was ailing, but I would see the poison purged. I resurrected a legend, our first and greatest emperor. And just as I had planned, he set our wayward empire back on the path of conquest. An inexhaustible ambition carried us onwards, always onwards. Yet, he who delivered to us such glory was not to be satisfied.
Heed me, Amon. No matter how vast one's empire, or full one's treasure vault, all is rendered meaningless by death. In the end, all is lost.
You know as well as I that the Emperor stands to lose this war, and so I have come to claim you. For while your methods leave something to be desired, we cannot deny the results of your work. And as fortune would have it, the seat of Fandaniel, your rightful seat, lies vacant and waiting. Take your place amongst your peers, rather than die a pointless death amidst the ashes of your doomed nation. Send one of your clones to the Crystal Tower that you might see for yourself. See what lies ahead.
What? What? What the hell?
The fall of the Empire affirmed the truth. Majestic and tragic, as the Emperor foresaw. Scheme as you like, build as you will, nothing endures. What is life but a brief jaunt ending in emptiness?
Wow. 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 Just wow. Should I be calling you Ammon now? Wow. This is actually really fascinating.
So easily distracted. Why? I almost left without saying farewell.
Knowing he's like a theatric skeleton man does change things a little bit. This does change my dynamic with him a little bit. The theater skeleton man is Van Daniel. And I was gonna ask, well then what was the Ammon in the Crystal Tower raid? It was a clone? Oh my god, my head is reeling right now. Oh my god. No. I cannot say that I saw Ammon coming. But like they talked about Ammon in patch 5.4 even. Oh my god, they put his name back in our head that recently, and I was just like, oh, that was a nice throwback to the Crystal Tower, but no, it's foreshadowing that Ammon is here. He's Van Daniel. Oh my mind is reeling right now. Shouldn't we be calling him Ammon and not Van Daniel, though?
You needn't worry. These pawns are far more useful to me alive as fuel for the Primus. If you attempt to pull them free, they will die. So, enjoy tackling that conundrum with your comrades.
Ammon.
We shall meet again. Not in these minor spires, oh no, but somewhere more suitably grandiose. Your favorite playmate is ever so eager to see.
Ammon. Ammon. Is Ammon gonna be a trial? Wow. Ammon. Ammon Gus. Ammon Gus. Oh my god, Van Daniel is Among Us. Among Us. Wow. So theoretically, we could still save her. Let's do that. Let's save her. Ammon! Bunny. Ammon. What? Ammon. Something's gone awry, hasn't it? What happened? So, it was Van Daniel after all. Damn that bastard. I'm sure you wanted to do more, but you were right to return here first. We must tread warily lest we endanger Nidhana and the other captives. So now we should go back to Sharlayan, regroup, come back, save Nidhana. Right? The Satrap of Radzitan. Ooh, wait. I'm gonna meet the Satrap? First, we must inform everyone of the situation, Nidhana's colleagues included. I'll call them together for a gathering, but I think it would be best if you were the one to explain. Okay. I'm concerned about the Satrap. I don't know much about the guy, so... Oh, Nidhana. Can you answer me this? Though Nidhana is trapped in the tower, she's still alive, yes? Then we must make warding scales, as many as we can. The prototype works perfectly. This Nidhana proved a peril to us This Nidhana proved at peril to herself. So let us make more scales, that she and all who were taken might be saved. I, as alchemists, this is how we will help win the fight. We're bringing... Oh my god. My friends, the satrap is made aware of the tragedy. He offers his heartfelt condolences and reiterates he pledges to provide you with all that you require. To that end, he bade me give you the slink pearl that he might personally discuss the production of the warding skills with you. Hold on, I'm thinking. Okay, so Fandaniel's motivation is gonna have something to do with the Allegan Empire. My mind is reeling right now, and I'm just spitballing here, but hear me out. Okay, so the Allegan Empire is now involved again, but in a really big way. So Fandaniel was there during the time of the Allegan Empire, and okay, so Graha, right? Graha has the Allegan blood, but he's not really the descendant of royalty. A member of the royal family gifted his ancestor royal blood, and that's what Graha's deal is. So Graha's ancestor is Desh. Oh my god, are we gonna see Desh? And I believe it was I want to say Princess Sarah, but I can't say that with any certainty. Old Final Fantasies have a lot of Princess Sarahs, but it might have been Princess Selena or something like that. But the princess, regardless, the princess. So the Allegan princess gave Desh her blood because she loved Desh. Now I'm spitballing here, but what if Ammon loved the princess? And that would give him a very personal motivation at Graha, especially. What if he... Oh my god, what if he takes away the Allegan blood from Graha? Like, what if he takes it? Oh my god. Oh my god! Okay, so, yeah, give us the link pearl. I wasn't expecting the Allegans to be involved in this degree in this is the thing, but like we literally have a major character from the Crystal Tower as Fandaniel. Like that's huge. That's so huge. Allegans again. It's Allegans again. And for our Eorzean visitors, I bear an invitation. In her report, Mistress Nidhana noted your vital contributions to the talisman's creation. This fact came to the satrap's attention, and in recognition of your deeds, he wishes to meet you. Okay. Let's meet the fella. In addition to thanking you in person, he would also discuss further avenues of collaboration. And so, if it is agreeable, will you not accompany me to Ratzathan for an audience with His Excellency? Yes, I think I will. I'm sorry, I'm still on that Ammon high. I'm still thinking about this. Like, what the hell does this mean for, like, everything? For, like, everything. The fact that Allegan is playing a major role in Endwalker means Graha's really important again, so... We should be honored, of course. Closer cooperation between our lands could only be to benefit of all. Then it's settled. Please come to the gates at the Giant Skull grounds, and I will show you into the city. Ammon! Ammon! I just don't know what to make of this. Like, I can't fathom what to make of this. Like, what's this gonna mean? And I love how I was thinking, like, oh, if Fandaniel is Ammon, then who was it we killed in the Crystal Tower? I love how I was thinking about that. And Emmett Silk was like, oh ho ho, you put one of your clones in the Crystal Tower, did you not? And I was like, of course it's clones. It's always clones with you Allegans. Oh, but that means that Fandaniel knows about cloning technology because he's Ammon. Oh no. Oh my god, what's gonna happen? What the hell is gonna happen? I am so... What? Right now. Just so what? What? Why is Final Fantasy XIV so much Final Fantasy III? What did Final Fantasy III do to deserve to be all of Final Fantasy XIV? Of the satrap, I only know the common tidbits. That, though, the position is hereditary, so he is not considered a sovereign, and that, despite possessing considerable authority, he wields it sparingly. Given the esteem in which the locals hold him, however, it's safe to assume he's good at his job. We could do far worse for an ally. Well, let's meet this fella. All present, then let's proceed. Owing to the threat of the tower, the city is currently in a state of high alert, and strict restrictions are in place for entry. Though you have been granted special permission, I ask that you remain close to me at all times. Okay. I'm just gonna guess this trap is a aura man. My guess is in there. He's an aura guy. Right? I guess he could be a Matenga, but I feel like he's gonna be an aura.
A vast rock squats upon Thavnair, and to its stony surface clings the city of Rods at Han. Ye who enter here are subject to the scrutiny of gods, the gate's most watchful eye. The orb which beholdeth the truth of all things. Pass beneath its hot and piercing gaze, bearing down like a second midday sun. The fragrant haze, a mixture of sweet incense and acrid smoke. The cries of merchants mingled here with lively melodies accented by dancers' feet. Travelers seduced by vivid sound and colors were once swallowed up by patchwork streets. But no such scenes to savor now. To what somber present does that divine eye bear witness?
Here we are, Megaduta. It seems a shame to bring you here directly. Under normal circumstances, it would have been my pleasure to show you the sights.
And it would have been our pleasure to see them. Alas, it seems our tour of the city will have to wait.
I'm afraid so. Come, we should head inside. Your Excellency, may I present our honored visitors?
Ah, splendid. Most splendid.
It was an aura. I knew it.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Ahawan, satrap of Radzat-Han. Our alchemists tell me your assistance was invaluable in the creation of the warding scale. Such deeds ought to be recognized in person. Thus did I have young Varshan convey you here forthwith. On behalf of my people, may I express to you our sincere gratitude. regrettable incident indeed. Her colleagues insist that we honor her wishes and trust in the talisman, that it will be instrumental in saving Nidana and the others. I am eager to hear your opinion on the matter, so let us not stand on ceremony. Come, sit.
I think not. This charade has gone on long enough. Show yourself.
Forgive me, but were you expecting musicians, perhaps? There are no performers waiting in the wings at present, but arrangements could be made if you'd prefer.
Nay, he hath the right of it. The time for artifice is past. Raise the curtain.
This is some Wizard of Oz shit going on right now. Is Vritra the leader of Ratzahan? Because that would be...
As you wish.
That would be really cool. Well, show me Vritra. Show me Vritra. Oh god, it's gonna be Vritra, 100%.
You travel as assistants to the students of Valdesian, but you are known to me. Even here have we heard of the scions of the Seventh Dawn. I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Vritra, of the first brood, sibling to Hraesvelga and Nidhogg.
Aye, mine elder brothers, of Midgardsormr's spawn. I was last to hatch.
Well, isn't this a surprise? We were told Radzat-Han had an alliance with the dragon. Not that a great worm sat in the satrap's own hall.
A necessary subterfuge, as the true tale of our nation history illustrates most effectively. In the beginning, the rock upon which our city is built was home to Vitra, and Vitra alone. In time, the ancestors of the Matanga came to the island and established a foothold. But never did they dare disturb the worm's lair. Next to arrive were the Aura. Adopting the example of their Akasodra allies, they too treated Vitra with reverence and respect. And for many years, an understanding between our forefathers and the Great Worm endured. Until marauding heroes from the mainland came, threatening to shatter our peace and tranquility. When it seemed all would be drowned in blood, Vitra himself came forth and quelled the rising conflict. A peaceful accord was reached, and oaths sworn in Vitra's name. Thus began the dragon's governance of the fledgling state, which was to grow into Radzat-Han.
That's really cool.
But if Vritra is still here, then your position as satrap is just...
A charade, yes. And one which my family has performed faithfully for generations.
Many envy the great worms their power. Were it known that I ruled here, then the fires of war would burn without end. I would not be the flame which consumeth my people. Those few who join me in laying our country's foundations were, perforce, sworn to secrecy.
Your eye. It was taken.
Oh no. Oh no.
'Tis here, buried within the
What?
semblance of flesh.
What?
The body before thee is but a simulacrum, constructed by the finest artisans of Radzat-Han. With mine eye nestled within, it doth serve as an inconspicuous vessel for my wind.
Excuse me? Excuse me, Vritra, what are you doing? Vritra! What? That's scary.
That
explain why I felt the presence of a dragon on our first meeting.
It's a dragon knight, Kajinka. I knew this kid was important. I knew it. Oh my god. And he has the same color scheme as Vritra and like the red eyes of Vritra. I should have known. I should have known better. Oh my god, Vritra's Gajinka.
I am woven with words fashioned to deceive such arcane senses. Though 'twas short-lived, it seemeth thy fusion with my brother hath left thee much altered. Estinian Warmblood.
So his name is still Wormblood, so why did he lie? Why did he lie? Oh my god.
From the very first, we sensed the nature of one another. Yet did neither one of us bear his fangs. That is all I need know of thee for now.
With my secret thus revealed, I have for you a proposal. Not as a worm of the first brood, but as the ruler of Rads at Han. With all haste must we take in hand the finished talismans and breach this foul spire. Thence, should it lay within our power, dispel its wicked influence. Yet even with the assurance of the warding scales, the narrow confines of the tower doth limit the size of our force.
And thus denied strength in numbers, thou must choose thy soldiers with care.
Just so. Yet though our radiant host is formidable, I see a surer path before me. Thou and thy comrades have contended with a multitude of primal beings. Most recently, thou didst cast down false gods in Pagalthan and Cartanau, I am told. 'Tis upon that strength I would call. The Scions have proven themselves the most capable, and I ask that you serve as the tip of our spear. Talismans would, of course, be provided for each of thy companions, and should you agree to this undertaking, more will be provided to make use of as you see fit.
There's no denying it's a dangerous proposition, but the rewards may far outweigh the risk. Just think of what we might accomplish if we could equip all our allies with warding scales. I worry, however, that even the four of us may be too few for what you have in mind. Might we regroup with our friends first to discuss the matter?
'Tis no trifling task that I have laid before you. Go, steel your hearts and hone your plans. Such time as you require shall be spent in crafting your protective charms.
It seems a quick trip back to Sharlayan is in order.
Oh, goodbye.
Wilt thou not lend thine aid?
Whether your request be made as a great worm or the ruler of Rads at Han, I see no reason to refuse, nor will I.
I am in thy debt.
That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that a lot. Bunny boy. Bunny boy. Oh my god, that's really good. That meeting took a rather unexpected turn, but we now have a clear objective ahead of us. Let us rejoin our comrades in Sharlayan and muster a suitable crew for our foray into the Tower of Zot. Oh, and if you haven't already done so, be sure to attune to the Aetheryte here before departing, unless, of course, you enjoy violent nausea. Oh my god. Oh my god! Man. Okay, this is getting good. This is getting really good. Oh my god, this is getting really good. Vritra and his alchemists have prepared us for our foray into the tower. What we may accomplish within its twisted halls remaineth to be seen. That Archisadora languish in Telephorite chains doth forewarn us of the nature of our foe. 'Tis the gods of Thavnair who will be summoned to thwart us. The conflict between Nidhogg and I is in the past, and though were brothers, has no bearing on my view of Vritra. Above all else, he is a leader of men, not an enemy. He would hardly dedicate his life to this endeavor if he bore our kind any ill will. Oh man. Just as I was getting used to balmy Thavnair, we're back in chilly Charlian. Take care not to catch your death, eh? We need you for the battles to come. Now then, everyone appears to be here, so let's take stock of all the developments and discoveries. Aw, man. And I leveled up. I'm 82. Ver Thunder 3. Oh, yeah. And Ver Arrow 3. Oh, yeah. Okay. And Red Magic Mastery 2. Oh, yeah. Keep me one level above the MSQ at all times. I would appreciate it. I returned by way of Kite's experimental aetheryte, yet I must say it was far less taxing than our first attempt, and apparently we need only ask if we wish to use it again. Now, I'm not terribly eager to repeat the experience, but if you're willing to test your ethereal fortitude for the sake of technological advancement, then who am I to stop you? Is this a level 81 quest? It is. Okay, so I pause. I've decided to try to do these videos by levels. So I did all the level 80 quests, so that's it for video 1. Yeah, that's no more video 1. It's time to move on to the 81 quest. So I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!